Greetings everyone and welcome back to a new video. Recently I bought some of these tiny panel mount thermometers slash hygrometers, some of them. And well, as you can see here, I have a selection of a few thermometers that I have in hygrometers. That means moisture sensors that detects the moisture in the air. Well, how do you know which one is accurate? Because as you can see, well, maybe not so much on this one, has a weird viewing angle, but the temperature is all over the place. Yeah, 21, 22, 22.6, 0.5, 21.6. So which one is accurate? And thermometers, well, actually they're quite easy to test. Easy, kind of, yeah. For these small thermometers that I have here, these are not so easy, because the thermometer part itself that it senses the temperature is inside. But for these guys, let me pull it out. This one, for example, it's exterior. This is the actual temperature sensor that senses the temperature, and the random pot false. Sorry about that. Same goes for this one that attaches to my multimeter. This is a K-type thermocouple thermometer. Doesn't matter for our purposes, the same. And this one is actually just a kitchen thermometer. This one I think is from IKEA. Yeah, from IKEA. Quite good if you do cooking around the house, a lot of cooking. So these things, which are separate, these are quite easy to measure the accuracy of them. So one way to do it is to stick the probes in boiling water. And as you can see here, boiling water goes up to a maximum of 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. So if you're doing this experiment, I don't know, Mexico City, I know it's a pretty high city, high altitude, well then the boiling temperature of water could be quite different. But at sea level, and I'm close to sea level, I think it's like 40 meters above sea level, close enough. Boiling water should never go above 100 degrees Celsius, and as you can see, this one is spot on at 100 degrees Celsius. While these two, well, they're not quite there. And using this as a reference, well, I can just mark on these, you know, -2, +1 degrees, whatever the error is on them. And, well, that's it. The same way I can calibrate these ones as well. But they're close enough depending what you're looking for. If you just want to monitor your room temperature 1 or 2 degrees, well, it might make a difference in the winter, let's say. It's not that big of a difference. But what about the hygrometer part of these two? Because these also measure humidity in the air. And as you can see, these two are way off from each other. Which one can you trust? And how can you test for it? Well, it's actually not that complicated either. What you do is you get a little bit of salt with a little bit of water, and you put it in a container, like one that I prepared earlier, and you give it a few hours, and in time it should go close to 75%. And they have done experiments with this. I'm not the only one who tried this with a bit of water and salt. And it should be very close to 75% all the time. Doesn't matter where you are, what you do. So I just put a bit of water with salt in this ramekin and give it a few hours. Actually, I give this overnight, and I have more thermometers and hygrometers here. As you can see, these rectangular ones are really bad at it. They cannot predict. They cannot tell the moisture in the air quite accurately, while the rest of them are, well, reasonably close to 75%. These ones are way off. I mean, it's not a problem. This is how things go. Again, I bought the pack of 4 of these and a pack of 4 of these for, I think it was like $5 for 8 of them. So you get what you pay for, but they are quite accurate for what they are. And if you put them in a little bit of salt and water like this, well, then you can get an idea based on the other ones how close you are to the correct humidity in the air. So you would just mark on them ±8%, 6%, whatever it is in this case, and that's how you know when you get there. So yeah, quick video because, well, some people might be interested how you can measure, how you can make sure that your thermometers and hygrometers are accurate or calibrated, if you will. and that's one quick way of doing it. I know these round ones are quite popular with 3D printing enthusiasts because they mount them when you need to dry your filament or whatever. These are panel mount as well, so you just mount them on the front and, well, they give you the temperature and the humidity and everything. So yeah, quite neat. Quickly before I go, because some people might be scared of hot boiling water, and it's understandable, another way to test thermometers is with ice water. Usually get crushed ice, not ice cubes like I have here, but it's what I had on hand. And you let it sit for a few minutes, and then you put it in, and it should read 0 degrees Celsius. What's that, 32 Fahrenheit? Something like that. You do the math. I'm a Celsius kind of guy. And as you can see, well, they're quite accurate. 0 degrees, 0 degrees. This one is a bit off. But again, some of these have a screw on the back which you can adjust, or some of these cooking thermometers have. This one doesn't. Some of them do. But 1 or 2 degrees is literally not that bad. You can just ignore it and move on with your life, especially for cooking. 1 or 2 degrees won't go that badly. But yeah, that's it. Once again, thanks for watching. If you didn't subscribe, consider subscribing, and see you for the next one.